Welcome, angry faithful, to the Friday What the Hell podcast. Yes, that's right. And yeah, Bill, it's been an interesting week this week. Has it? Not?
No? Something new happened?
Some things new happen.
Oh,
Okay.
trying to
Interesting.
figure them out.
Yeah. Basically what we do here on the weekend show, or right before Friday, we give you what we thought was interesting in the news this week. Or if something just pops up, and usually some stuff does pop up when we're doing this stuff. And we'll talk about it and give our opinions. That's it. It's our opinions. Is it right? Probably not. Is the information right? I hope so. Sometimes we fail horribly, but it is life. We do our due diligence on the research, so hopefully it pans out. Anyways, Bill,
I hope we get Greenland. Anyway,
you still on that?
you didn't see him
Bill,
post about that?
Bill, we're not talking about Greenland.
No, he posted about it a couple of days ago.
I don't care.
He's like, I don't need NATO anymore, so now I'm turning to Greenland.
Bill, I don't care. Half the time when he does stuff like that, it's for show. When it ends up being something mundane that we actually get. But anyways,
okay,
our first thing that we're going to talk about this week is let me bring it up. I had it. This is I thought I had it. Oh no, I know where I put it. I knew I put it somewhere. I was trying to find it before the show. I was the entire time that you were talking, I was trying to find this information, and I forgot I put it in the
So the case again.
Let me see if I can do this.
Was that you?
Yes, it was me. I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, I just received something. It went bootig. Where did I get it? Where did I get it?
Hold on. You can't open it.
Why not?
You won't, because it's from TikTok.
Ah, shit. You sending me that damn Chinese spyware shit again.
I will always will. Why is it being so slow now? And probably because we're doing.
Well, I've got a super fabulous kick-ass PC, and any AI, when I analyze it and go, hey, it's slowing down, it goes, hey, you have how many Firefox windows and tabs open? I don't know, about 1,000. And they're like, yeah, okay. I know why your system runs slow.
All right, yeah. This is what's been happening to this week. This is the main thing. This is really pisses me off.
In North Carolina is no longer. So the case against DeCarlos Brown, the man charged with killing a Ukrainian refugee in North Carolina, is no longer happening after he was found incapable to proceed. Brown allegedly stabbed that woman on a light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina last summer. A new state court filing says that a mental evaluation found him incompetent to stand trial in state court. Brown's mother says he struggles with schizophrenia. It's unclear where things go from here, but we'll stay on top.
So yeah, basically, what had happened was the same thing happened. This is the reason why he already had like 14 charges on him. And it was basically a catch and release type thing. It was a municipal court judge. Municipal court judges are basically hired judge, and they're more or less used for small towns. And what they do is they judge, if something happens in that little town, and it goes through them, so they don't have to go to a bigger city or something like that. Electra has one. A couple of other ones have a municipal judge. But anyways, she basically got stabbed. The woman got stabbed, and he, who was released because he has schizophrenia and mentally unstable, he was released. He can't process through court. So, yeah. He shouldn't be out. He's already has multiple charges on himself to where he shouldn't be out. He should be in prison. Or we'll just say he should be processed through things.
Should never have been here to begin with.
That too. So, yeah, that happened. I am so upset about that one because an innocent woman lost her life, and not even counting the other incidents that he has done. And he murdered. It's on video camera that he murdered somebody. And we won't show it on here because we're on YouTube, but if we're on X, I'll probably show it on the Wednesday show because we're only on X on that one. But
oh, that's cool.
But he should be dead. Honestly, in my opinion, he should be processed and executed. And if someone's like, well, he's mentally unstable, so that he just needs really good help. I was like, 14 times. 14 times. He shouldn't be allowed in public. And yes, if that's my opinion, that's my opinion. But you have somebody that is so severe mentally unstable in society, he shouldn't be there. Bill, can you just mute your stuff? There we go.
That sound, well, no, I haven't muted it yet.
So what do you think, Bill?
Hold on. I'm muting stuff. That little sound, it grates through me. That little sound is because my phone is too full. So every few minutes now, it's going bing with a notification that your phone is too full. That's what that sound is.
You don't have like an iCloud or something like that?
I have a 512 gig memory card in it, but it's full of files that can't be removed. It's like system files. It's like the third phone I've had that's Samsung that has done this. Something in the background that I can't get to is filling it. It almost feels like a virus or something, but it's not. I've done a lot of analysis on it, but something keeps filling it and I can't get to it to move it or erase it.
Sad. Now, that being the next one is Ireland. Let me see. Yeah. In the last 24 hours, Irish patriots have shut down the nation. Truck drivers, bus operators, farmers have paralyzed cities with massive barricades. Even the Gardania threatens 6 months in jail. More patriots flood the streets in defiance. Ireland primed for revolution. Here's a couple of photos and videos of that. Let me see here. We'll go here and here. Can't do the sound. But yeah, this is
There it is again. I hear sound.
Yeah, I know. But basically, this is the area right there that they're blockading. They're blockading right there. Truckers, all kinds of stuff. I got more. And here it is. Ireland is deploying armored vehicles and the military to deal with the protesting farmers, truck drivers who want free themselves from carbon tax and climate tyranny. Why is the government more worried about patriots than the third worlders? Hey, how's it going from Argentina? Ooh, I got like questions.
Life happens. So when it comes to home insurance,
Yeah, we'll just mute that. But yeah, that's the line of military truck.
Argentina, Malay, he's awesome. Love
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he really is awesome. Didn't he did a co-op with another country just recently, didn't he?
I saw something come up on him, but I was kind of into something else. It was like, oh, there's Javier.
Yeah. That's probably the reason why we're in your algorithm, because we talk a lot about him. But here's another video of buses and everything in Dublin. So yeah, they're getting tired of those taxes. I mean, we got pissed off at 3%. I mean, how much is those taxes?
Whose taxes?
If you didn't listen to me the first time, Bill, I'm not even going to ask you again. Let's go. Ireland's tax on fuel. Good Lord. Oh, wow. Fuel in Ireland is heavily taxed with excess carbon tax and VAT tax, making up roughly 50 to 60% of the total price per liter. Yeah, I would be pissed off too. I wonder how much is it U.S. tax on fuel. Ours is like 24.6 cents per gallon.
Texas?
No, just federal
No,
tax.
it
18.3 cent per gallon.
it varies so much by state.
Yeah.
California's is insane, but then California is insane anyway.
Yeah, we already know that.
So if you're from California and you're on kind of the liberal side, Texas is just a horrible place. Just horrible. Big rattlesnakes the size of anacondas. Stay out.
You're not fucking lying on that one. Have you seen some of the rattlesnakes that comes around here in Texas?
I saw some mosquitoes the other day, and I didn't get a fly swatter. I went a baseball bat, just like they're really that big.
Yeah, they really
People in California, they're really that big.
I wonder how, the biggest rattlesnake. Let me see here. Biggest rattlesnake length. Uh, 7 feet 9 inches. Jesus, I'm not taking the picture. I'm looking at a picture. It's freaking huge. Yeah, 7 feet. Well, pythons can get probably around about 20 to 40 feet. So still, that's freaking huge.
You're a hunter guy. Have you ever been to the rattlesnake roundup?
No, I fucking hate snakes, Bill. I'll tell you a story, okay? Remember that pet store they had in the mall for a while?
Yeah.
Well, they decided to take out when I was like, I don't know, probably about 7, maybe 8. I was little. It decided to take one of the pythons out of its cage and show everybody the python. My dad finally found me about 15 minutes later on the other side of the mall because I ran. As soon as I was like, oh, snake. And he's like, hey, David, it's a snake. David? Oh, shit. I ran. I booked it. I did not care. I'm surprised. I ninja that stuff. I was just gone like a freaking ghost.
You are the Indiana Jones of podcasters.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
A creature that my wife didn't like. We were out on.
Are we going to talk anything about the Ireland stuff, Bill?
Oh, there were farmers and then they want us to eat bugs and stuff. So the farmers, they can kick the farmers' butts off to the side if we eat bugs. Is that about sum it up?
Ireland, no, they're upset about the tax.
Yeah, it's the farmers stuff. Farmers revolt. They did that a few years ago too.
Yeah.
They want to kill the food supply in Europe to control the population. That's basically what they're wanting to do.
Oh, okay. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maximize this, and I'm gonna leave. Go have a go do some stuff and everything. You go ahead and talk about the data centers. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, I can't do that without you.
I've
got to be on. You got to be on here for that.
I'm now I don't know how to put it, but there we go. Data centers. We go about the data centers. We'll talk about what you want to talk about, since you don't want to have any kind of good conversation with the stuff I want to talk about.
I talked about what you wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
I even got something up. We're not talking about that yet. Okay, no. What I was looking for is the Artemis shit, looking like a fireball coming in through the atmosphere. That was pretty cool. I did find the video of just that segment, but there's a few things. I'm really getting tired of the propagandist about the data centers, and I'm just going to clear up a couple of things. One of the big things you're hearing now is about a new bill, back up, about evil Texas giving them tax breaks, $1 billion in tax breaks for data centers. You heard that one, David? You heard that $1 billion in tax breaks? We got to vote Abbott out because of the $1 billion in tax breaks. Heard that one?
No, not yet. Honestly,
that's the big one going around. And let me explain that. They're blaming it on Abbott. We got to vote Abbott out. That is a tax break that House Bill 1223 signed September of 2013. Abbott took office in 2015. That tax break is not us giving evil data centers a tax break. Not a tax break like people think. People think it's we're giving them money. No, what happened in 2013 to draw businesses, it is a 15-year tax abatement from state sales tax. It sounds big now because there's a lot of spending. More spend, bigger it is. But we're not giving them money. It's just money we're not receiving from the huge amount of tax receipts we could be getting from them. That's different than, the wind generator, where we give our tax dollars for the different components to them. This is just, we're not taking tax revenue. And the number sounds big because, it's a lot of big spending. But they keep blaming Abbott and the Republicans in the state of Texas for it. And no, it's a 2013 tax abatement to bring businesses in that they're using for that. But what's happening is one of the news channels put it out as an article and hopes, I guess, no one reads the article. If you read the article, it's really short. It's tax breaks is in the title, like we're just showering them with breaks. But if you read the article, it's that one. And they don't even really describe it well. So all of the little activists take the screenshot from that and pass it around because no one's going to read the article anyway, and they all get mad about it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that's really, really severely pissed me off.
Well, it's rage baiting. It really is. It's what it is rage baiting. I don't do that. I've every once in a while if I do the article, I'll put the article in the bottom part of it. I was like, hey, this was the rage bait, and this is the rest of the article. But it's always rage bait. That's all it is. It's get really people upset, and once I had a conversation on Easter's. They were talking something political, and they bursted it out. I was like, that's not what it is. And they're like, well, how do you know that? I look, they even showed me this. I was like, look, this is what it is. I was like, did you read the article? I was like, no, I just saw the photo. I was like, read the article. I actually read that exact article, and it was nothing. It was basically going over some of the waterworks for the data center, and they're like, oh, they're going to take all the water. I was like, no, they're not. I was like, they're going to do like a usual facility, probably around about 4 to 5 million gallons of water a year. I was like, yeah, that's like too much. My job does more than that. I think it does 6 because we do a lot of especially now we do a lot of blast work to get rid of the shell.
And you have the Newt system that saves water anyway, but it still uses a lot of water.
Yeah, it still does use a lot of water. But most companies do. If you're looking at $3 million of water from a place, is they don't use the water that much, and even what was it? A family of 4 does like 4 million gallons of water a year.
No, 100,000.
100,000 a year. Okay, so a family of 4 does 100,000. I thought it was larger than that for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, they do 100,000 gallons a year, and that's just. And if you're flushing the toilet, taking showers, that's probably it.
Yeah. Now we do family of 2. We do. I looked at our previous bills, a little over 500 gallons a month. So we're 5,000 a year, except in, was it January where we had to leave the water dripping?
Oh yeah.
Left it dripping for a week and a half, and instead of 500 gallons, we used 1,600 gallons that month.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, 16,000 gallons.
Yeah.
16,000 gallons instead of 500, just for leaving the water dripping.
Just a little bit of water drip. Yeah.
Yeah. And we boosted our water heater 20 degrees, and we were cold, so we cranked up the house heat to 76.
Ooh.
Our electric bill was massive.
Mine wasn't.
And you know, the local data center, you brought up the 4 million gallon figure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, out of 4 million gallons in town, I may have said this last week, I'm gonna say it again. We have several different kinds of car washes. We have just your standard car wash, and then you have an efficient car wash. They actually recirculate and clean the water, real efficient ones.
Yeah, I think the one that's over on Kemp, the old American Car Wash, that was outdated, so they closed it up.
Well, I'm not even referring to those. I'm referring to the hand wash or the little touchless drive-throughs. Your little hand wash that doesn't have the reclamation system in, which there's several of them in town, little hand wash uses 1.2 million gallons a year. One car wash. Skybox is going to use 4 million gallons a year. Now, what is most of that? Is that for cooling? No, it's a closed loop system. Most of that is for landscaping and the employees' drinking water.
How much does the golf course use?
Well, a standard golf course uses 80 to 100 million. Ours doesn't really, because during our drought, we installed Purple Pipe. And
yeah.
more and more places are installing Purple Pipe. So it uses non-potable water that it uses and it filters back to Lake Arrowhead. So it's actually using none. Now, my question, actually, I threw it on a question to the mayor is doing a live show right now, and I threw it out there, and I don't know if they'll answer it, is I would like to know if they're going to use Purple Pipe for the Skybox data center or the new one they're looking at for Airport Drive. If they do, that's a good selling point because the landscaping out of that 4 million gallons is probably a quarter to a third of the water is landscaping. And then people aren't considering that 4 million gallon figure. That's 2032. That's upon full build out. So that's 2032. Right now, through several buildings, the Amazon distribution center that's right next to it will be using a lot more water for the next few years.
And we'll get on that because Bill's going to try to get the mayor on.
Yeah. Okay.
And
we have some prep to do for that.
Bill, you're gonna call him up and you're gonna talk to him, see if you can get him on for the Friday of the 24th.
Yeah.
Or I'll do it.
Yeah, you can.
I'll give
You
you
can attempt.
No,
Another big thing.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Nope.
Another big thing that's going around is the 5 million gallons of water thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a town hall last week, and a lady, this is older people who probably don't know technical stuff. What about they use 5 million gallons of water a day? Now, when you see a phrase like that, that's repeated over and over, do a search, do a Google AI search, put it in quotes and say, where does this phrase come from? Where have you seen it? Is this part of the activist toolkit for anti-data center activists? Oh, yeah, that's used by this and this. Where did that come from? Okay, everyone's using it. You'll see it in half the posts about data centers come up. Oh, they use 5 million gallons a day. That number came up from 2023. It was an activist group that averaged only air-cooled data centers that used the most water. It did not include any of the new technology, which our Skybox is of closed loop. It did not. So everyone who's spouting off the $5 million, 5 million gallons, and you're going, well, I did my research. Your research sucks. You
Okay,
don't know what the hell you're doing. Huh? What?
And you going over and over and over again. So
okay, I looked into the new technology. Go to new technology. Okay, they come out with NVIDIA comes out with new chips continuously.
Yeah.
Right, and the latest ones are so hot that they have to be direct to chip cooled. Period. You can't use any other cooling. It has to be a dielectric fluid that flows directly on the processor.
Yeah. I built my PC, and the system that I had for cooling and everything, and this is back in 2008. You can't do that anymore with the processors. You have to have like direct cool, direct water cooled system.
They don't touch the chip though. It's a closed loop.
No, what it is, and I'll describe it what it actually is, okay? It's a little metal plate that goes on top of the chip with some cooling stuff. I don't know what it actually is. But they put that on there, and you put this big filtration system, basically a radiator, like for a car, but it's all silicone water based, ionized water based. You put that on top of it, and it goes through, cools the water, and boom. That's what cools PC
CPUs.
CPUs. Thank you, Bill. That's what
But it's
use nowadays.
it still isn't a fluid though that touches the chip itself.
No, there's no fluid. It's basically a radiator.
But the new fluid that the new chips use, it isn't water. It's a liquid that actually flows directly on the chip. It actually touches it.
Okay.
That's called direct to chip cooling. And
They
let's see.
have some of them that you can buy and everything.
Oh.
Can't see it, Bill, because you're green screen. Good job there, Bill.
Okay, I have a computer, and a lot of people have the cute colored lights that go woo, and they see stuff. My colored lights are set for a reason. They're green. They change color depending on the temperature of the processor. So right now they're green. So I took a nifty little picture of showing people the water cooling system in here. But right now the computer is idling, so it's green. I have a green screen, hence no color. But that's one of my examples of people with closed loop cooling. Is I don't sit here with a bottle of distilled water to fill this thing. It's closed loop. It stays. I don't have to change the water. I don't have to flush it.
Even if it's think of it as a car radiator. That's basically all it is. And it just goes on top of the PCU.
Right. And now, okay. Yeah. 15 years ago, it's been like 15 years since I had a leaky radiator. And okay, yeah, it does pollute, but they're going to take more care of it than 15 years ago when I couldn't afford to replace the radiator and I just kept buying fluid.
Okay. Now, next topic. New York's back. Well,
well, wait. I had one other comment on that. We were on the chips. The new chips they're coming out with is Vera Rubin. That's the next one from the Blackwell. And it requires direct to chip. So this data center going in town that says 4 million gallons of water it'll use on full build out in 2032 probably won't, because its first building is going to open in a couple of years. By the time it opens, Skybox is configured for future proofing. They can upgrade. Their cooling will probably be the direct to chip. So all of these figures that everyone's going, it's going to drain our lakes. It probably won't use any water for the chips. It'll all be for landscaping and drinking water for the employees. But no one is thinking about the future.
Well, here in Times Square, a ball drop is planned to celebrate America's 250th birthday. But thanks to Mayor Mamdani's emergency order denying permits during the World Cup, the public isn't invited to attend.
Say what?
So our famous communist won't allow people to come up and see and celebrate 250th years for the U.S. He needs to go.
Is this America? Is this really New York? Where we at?
I think that's really sad.
Yeah, I think that's very silly.
Oh. You'd imagine it should be allowed.
It's something we're celebrating, right? So it's supposed to be open for people to come in.
New Year's Eve, everybody's out here allowed to be here, so why can't it be then?
We have to live our lives. Can't be afraid.
I should probably articulate that I'm a Canadian. That would never happen in Canada. The public should be allowed to go.
I think that should be something that everybody should be included on. I mean, that's a big milestone in our nation's history. Kind of frustrating because I was kind of excited to come down here for that. But, I'm not buying a ticket.
It's ridiculous. Absurd. Get out of here.
Love that. Get out of here.
I had not seen that, but I don't know if we can arrange this. If we can arrange doing some kind of a live from there. But my wife told me a few minutes ago that she got approved for the leave time. So we are spending a week in DC and then several days in Philadelphia. So we're going to be in DC. Then we're going to go up to Philadelphia down to Atlantic City and then home.
You know what you should try to do, Bill? Just get I just want you to do this so you can get pictures, okay? Try to get tickets to UFC fight. It's free. All you have to do is put it in, and you'll see if you can get the tickets.
What day are they doing it?
July 4th.
We will probably be staked out wherever we think we could get the best view of the fireworks. Which
will probably be the White House. It's on the White House lawn, Bill.
Well, I might, if it doesn't cost, if we can find one that's kind of mid-priced, see if we could buy into one of those rooftop celebrations where you see it from rooftops of hotels, restaurants, stuff like that. I don't know. Most of those are like skyrocket, and we're not looking at like I don't know, 10 grand for a night. But what's neat is my wife is, are we getting the national park pass? And I said the parks in DC are free. And one of the things we want to do is spend probably 3 days at the national fair, like the state fair, but there's going to be one that represents all of the states. So that's one of the big things that we want to go to. And I'm sure they got pandas back at the National Zoo, didn't they?
I don't think so. You have to look that up. I'm looking at okay. I'm looking at the UFC Freedom 25th 250th celebrates once in a lifetime tribute to America's fighting spirit from the revolution to the octagon. This unfortunately event will unite unforgettable. God, I'm horrible with words.
This unfortunate event. Well, Hulk Hogan's gone, so I think it feels like an unfortunate event.
This unforgettable event will unite generations through powerful storytelling and an elite competition on the world's greatest proving ground. Register now to receive updates and exclusive information and early access to events announcement. So I think you should do it, Bill. Live my dream.
Oh no.
Live my dream.
But when is the Grand Prix in DC?
Oh shit, that's right too. Fuck, man.
When is he doing that? Oh, he's doing that. No, he's doing that August 21st through 23rd.
Oh yeah.
Well, he ain't gonna be doing it at the same time as the fight. What was the day of the UFC, the fight?
They're doing it on it's August 23rd. Let me see here.
Because they ain't gonna be doing it the night of the 4th.
Let me see here. I'm looking. Oh, it'll take place June 14th. Okay. On the south lawn of the White House.
So that'll be before we get there.
Still, it should be fun. I mean,
yeah. Is there and they do have pandas at the San Diego and the zoo in DC.
I still can't believe that, Bill, that China owns pandas and they lease the pandas out. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, they're leasing out the pandas. Isn't that capitalism? I'm just confused.
Well, we went to did a big driving trip, 4,000-mile driving trip, and I surprised my wife with she loves pandas, and I surprised her because I bought behind the scenes with the zookeeper tickets.
Oh, okay.
For the pandas. So we went to see them, and it's like, yeah, put our little things on, and we're going to go back in and see the pandas with a zookeeper where she's going to explain how they take care of them. And that was neat because my wife really loves pandas. Then if you can imagine the map, North Texas, and Branson. We swung by Memphis on the way back home just to see the pandas. So I guarantee you that we will have pictures or videos of pandas.
Neat. But the whole capitalism, communist thing, it's so hilarious. Only because during like the 70s, they had a match set up with Russia's Olympic team against a couple of United States hockey teams. It was like 3 of them. And the biggest one was the Philadelphia Flyers. At that time, they were the world, they were like the Stanley Cup winners for like 2-3 years. They call them the Backstreet Brawlers because they just had hitters after hitters. They were just basically once the Russians hit the ice, these guys, the Philadelphia Flyers, just beat the holy shit out of Russia, or at the time, Soviet Union. Basically beat the crap out of them. At the halftime, they were the USSR team was getting ready to leave, and they're like, "Well, we're not paying you if you're leaving right now." So they came back because they got paid like $250,000 to come back. And so the only reason why they came back so they can get their check. And they went on. They had a decent time. They didn't beat them up as bad on the second half. Because in the Olympics, you're not allowed to fight or anything on the ice. But in regular hockey, especially in the 70s, oh, dude, the brawls from back in the 70s were awesome.
Hey, let me explain why we lease pandas. China leases giant pandas to the countries as part of a strategy known as panda diplomacy, which serves as a powerful tool for soft power, conservation funding, and geopolitical signaling. While China gifted pandas for decades, it switched to a leasing model in 1984 due to declining populations and a desire for more strategic control. So part of it is for funding, and part of it is for cooperative research and breeding agreements. I mean, it was probably early 2000. We excitedly would get home from work and pull up the Panda Cam. It was a panda, a camera, and all the zoo had is the pregnant panda on the Panda Cam. You would watch it to see if it would give birth, and then and watch it and see the little baby panda with it.
Okay. Here's something in Texas news. And this is interesting. I found out. And this is something ridiculous. This is coming from Brendan Grill, who's a congressman. Radical activists claim the Alamo is an Islamic building. Now they're lobbying Texas to insert fake Islamic history into our kids' classroom. I just sent a letter to dismantle the SBOE to reject this vision garbage. Texas history is not for rewrite. Basically what it is it's a largely core conversation through a phrase. The Alamo is an Islamic building is a rhetorical summary of critics' concern rather than the verbalism quote from the current drafts. During the Texas State Board of Education, SBOE, reviews of social studies, Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills Standard, in early 2026, there was a proposal and a recommendation elements in the draft materials that referred to Islamic influence on Spanish colony structures, including missions in Texas, such as the Alamo. specific example from the work group recommends later changed was language along the lines of the identifying as Islamic Golden Age, the Muslim conquest of Spain. The resulting influence of Spanish civilization, e.g., Spanish influence on architecture, on missions in California, New Mexico, and Texas, including the Alamo. Critics included the members like Joel Pickering, and conservative groups describe this as an attempt to insert fake and outstated claims that Islam shaped or directly influenced the Alamo itself. Texas representatives testified in favor of greater inclusion of Muslim contribution to U.S. Texas world history. Carr pushed back, saying the testimony focuses accurate representation and consideration, not rewriting the Alamo as Islamic and accusing opponents of mischaracterization their position and promoting Islamophobia. You know what? Screw off. They didn't. Every culture has a little bit of we still say that certain houses of Victorian age structure, which I think is just ridiculous. I mean, the Victorian age was just crap. I hate a lot of their housing. We have a couple of there's a house here in town, and the house is built like a Swedish house. The roof is very, very steep sloped. And there's reasoning for that. Reasoning for that is because snow. So the snow falls off faster. Yeah, there's a whole reason for that house. It's designed that way. The architect decided you do it that way. Boom. That's it. But what's happening right now, especially in places like Texas, they're wanting to insert Islamic stuff into their society, so the I guess children or the people feel comfortable, and they're trying to do this all over the world, which I don't want to have. I don't want to have anything to do with any kind of religion that was made up by a warlord. Sorry. I'm the same way. And if you're like, oh, you're an Islamic folk. No, I don't want the same thing with freaking Mormons. You know, I think Lutheran is the only one that's actually not that bad. Bill, what's going on?
Lutheran. Lutheran is kind of a breakaway from Catholic. They have a catechism, but it's kind of a smaller
Bill,
one.
Not that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I was Lutheran and bowling. Bowling? Do you know where bowling came from?
Scott.
Martin Luther.
Okay.
When he broke away from the Catholics, from Catholic, and created Lutheran, they had a thing they did where you would roll a ball down the aisle in church, and if all the pins didn't fall, your sins weren't forgiven if the pins didn't fall. He thought that was stupid. So when he broke away from Catholic, created the Lutheran religion, he thought it would be a neat game and put a set of rules to it. So that's where bowling came from. Lutherans.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Canada just updated their the LGBTQ acronym. Did you hear?
I'm
gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Hold one sec. I've got it.
I'm gonna try to do it. Okay. Now they're trying to do the MMIWGTSLGBTQQIA plus. And I bet you're thinking right now, what is that? This stands for Missing or Murdered Indigenous Women's, Girls, and Two-Spirit, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer, Questioning, Intersexual, and Asexual. So,
with the ongoing genocide of MMIWG2SLGBTQIA+.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said.
I've seen that one too. Okay. Yeah, that was. People want to feel special about themselves, and it's getting ridiculous.
No,
Ridiculous.
that's not just feel special. That's standard in the Canadian Parliament.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of Canada, do you really think they're going to split off? I don't want any kind of extra. I just want yes or no. Do you really think they're going to split off? I really don't think they're going to split off. I mean, the votes are there, all the signatures and everything are there. They want to become independent.
Did you see Elon's post?
Is that yes or no?
Maybe.
And yes, I did.
Did you see Elon's post?
Yeah.
Where he said, yeah, about splitting off.
Yeah.
I saw a Canadian news program last night where they were discussing it. And one of the people was like, yeah, that's Elon. And one of them said he's seriously endorsing it.
Yeah.
So that was the argument. Was he seriously endorsing it? Or was it just to be Elon being kind of a flippant little, yeah.
No,
I don't think he was endorsing it. He's not going to join the Alberta separatist campaign.
And you never know. Here's another thing. And we're probably going to go over this on Wednesday too. We'll go over it, and it's really one of those things that everybody's making this more political than it has to be. But I understand.
Enough not to do this.
Arson investigators say this video.
If you're not going to pay us enough to live or afford to live, at least pay us enough not to do this.
Arson investigators say this video posted to social media is part of their investigation into the warehouse fire early Tuesday morning in Ontario. It appears to show cases of toilet paper being set on fire while a person repeatedly claims he isn't paid enough to live on. 29-year-old Shamil Abdul Karim has been arrested for felony arson. Police say he was working at the warehouse through a third-party company. Investigators say they are reviewing the video, but have not confirmed whether the person is Abdul Karim. For the mass.
Okay. On this, the main thing on there was it was a third party that he was hired for, and a lot of companies do that to work in those not factories, warehouses. So basically what happens on situations like that is the warehouse pays the third party. Third party takes a big chunk of that pay and gives whatever they feel comfortable to their employees to work that facility. And they're usually not paid like much. And it's California, so he saying that if he gets like $17 an hour, he's not going to live very much off of that $17 an hour.
You said California?
Yeah, I was on Ontario, California.
Was it?
Yes. Did I? Bill,
or was it Ontario, Canada?
No.
I'd swear it was Canada when I saw that article. I saw the video. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. David is
God,
right.
I will.
I follow Canadian shit so much that I saw Ontario and I went, oh man, the Canadians chaps their ass.
And this is the reason why I have to emphasize the fact that we're wrong a lot of the times. Are we good for the news? Not really.
We fact checked each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do it more often than most.
I do have one comment, and yeah, okay, this came from KT McFarland. Do you know who KT McFarland is? Former
No.
U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. She mentioned Greenland. And here's why. They wouldn't let us at the beginning of the thing with Iran. They wouldn't let us use.
Okay. Cut.
They wouldn't let us use their bases.
Seriously, cut. Cut.
What?
This came in just now. The courts has issued a stay on the Citizens Initiative process preventing elections Alberta from counting the votes on Alberta's independence petition. This was a big words. Let me get this in the speech.
Anticipated.
Okay, this was anticipated. As many of us known, many of the judges in Alberta are appointed by Ottawa and do not serve the interests of Albertans. However, this decision does not stop the current collection of signatures by Stay Free Alberta, and signatures can continue to be collected until May 2nd. The independent movement plan for this, there are still many ways forward. One option is to have a third party validated the signatures and present the result to the premier to demonstrate the democracy mandated for Albertans to hold on referendum. This process will not derail the activists' judges. So that's another way it actually could be messed up if that's true.
They had another floor crosser this week.
What's a floor crosser?
Picture it if Hakeem Jeffries was trying to bribe conservatives to change to Republican to Democrat. They have floor crossers that, for some reasons or whatever, money under the table, they're actually changing from conservative to liberal. And there was a lady who, you watch the videos from her, I mean, she was just a rabid conservative. Her social concern, her values, everything. She crossed the floor. All of a sudden, I'm a liberal now. That's how they're trying to flip to the Liberal Party. It would be just like us flipping and having Hakeem Jeffries as the leader because Republicans decided to all of a sudden become Democrats. That's what they've got going in Canada, and Carney is real close to having the majority from floor crossers.
Okay, cool. This just happened in Ireland. This is a speech from one of the protesters getting everybody geared up. This is
it's coming at us. And you have 2-3 weeks. You'll be all at home scratching your asses, but the government has no fucking penny. They're lying to you. They have taken your money and squandered it on corruption, and Ukrainians, and building houses with foreigners, and the production of the whole of the East. And if you leave this spot tonight, I let girls in, and you let them things out, it's fucking over forevermore, I mean. So you think of that. No shirking at all. Every man with face what comes in, and he won't back. And the women and children out of the ways. Tonight we have it. And that's all there's to it.
Oh, that's serious.
What the? Here we go. I don't know why I was stuck there. Yeah, so I guess it's getting serious over there.
Yeah, this isn't the first farmer protest like that. They have several, and yeah, it gets pretty radical.
Yeah. Pretty soon, the IRA is going to come back into it again.
Well,
so do we have anything else, Bill?
Well, I want to make one more statement. They wouldn't let us use their bases. So KT McFarland says, they've been saying, oh, Greenland, we can put our base, we can use our base there anytime we want, right? So we don't need to do anything about taking Greenland or something. And she just posted on X, NATO insists that U.S. doesn't need to own Greenland. Having bases there is good enough for national security. But NATO countries just refused U.S. access to our bases to refuel. They won't even let our bases overfly their airspace. They just proved the point on why we do need Greenland.
That is true.
And I've got a humorous point, a humorous little video.
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
That video that we were gonna play last week, but we didn't have time.
What was it?
I don't know. You were adamant and so upset about it, and I told you to save it for next week.
No, I don't remember.
No,
but this one is a humorous video. Have you seen this one, David?
No, go ahead.
NATO, help! I'm gonna make you the 55th state. 55th? After Canada, Venezuela, Cuba, and the UK. Yo, he didn't mention me. You're number 56. Híjole. I need defenses! Okay, what do you currently have? This? A Stormtrooper spatula. Yes? They don't hit anything! Don't worry, we have increased our presence. Is that Danish for just trust me, bro? We'll send several officers. How many are several? It's several. These are IKEA numbers. Do I have to assemble them when they get here? I will save the day. You know I need you moving forwards, not backwards. I'm sending 15 guys. 15 guys? America is coming! Okay, we'll do it. Historically, you're bad at this. You get 13 of our best. Warriors, tanks, warships, reconnaissance team, information gatherers. Yeah. What, so they can witness us die? Okay, I'll help. Thank you. How? By helping out. A very Canadian. Leave it to me, old boy. How many troops are you sending? Literally just me. Tally-ho, forward! Okay, so NATO to defend me from the USA? Yeah. I have 15 French guys, 13 observant Germans, 1 overly zealous British guy, and positive Danish vibes? Yeah, that's about it. Your side, Pugut.
That's funny.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that was it.
We'll pop into X and see. Just Ireland stuff right now.
X?
Yeah, that's all my feed is.
Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got.
Okay. Kim says he's deeply concerned about the lack of free speech in UK and declares he is ready to welcome British refugees fleeing Kieran's dictatorship. That's fun.
The first look at the Tesla Semi.
I seen that. It was on Leno's podcast. Leno's YouTube channel. Jay Leno's Garage.
Ooh. Trump. This might be brand new because it's a brand new look. Elon just posted it. So it's different. Trump boom. Asian buyers are abandoning Middle Eastern oil and lining up 28 super tankers to carry U.S. crude in May alone. Normal bookings at this point, 5 U.S. Gulf Coast exports hits a record 4.9 million barrels a day in April. Trump's energy dominance is not a talking point, it's a shipping manifest.
I wonder if this is real. because I'm looking at this. Okay. Okay, it's radical for effect. American Service Members Protection Act, aka the Hague Invasion Act. This is a real U.S. federal law passed by Congress and signed by President George President George W. Bush in August 2002. It authorized U.S. presidents to use all means necessary to appropriate to secure the release of any U.S. or covert allies personnel, including military, electoral officials, for those working for the U.S. or aligned governments. Now, why do you think I asked that? Apparently, Congress has authorized President Trump to go to war with the Netherlands in the event that the ICC follows through on the arrest of American soldiers for war crimes. The Hague Invasion Act authorizes Trump to use, and this is all the 2002 thing that's Congress that approved this. So basically, if they're saying war crimes and they're capturing people, we're going to go to war with them. But that's just a 2002 thing. It wasn't recent Congress, because right now they can't even pay their freaking DHS.
I just had something come up, and I had to ask Grok. I said, "Is this real? And did this happen recently?" The United Nations just nominated the Islamic Republic of Iran to help shape policy on women's rights, human rights, disarmament, and terrorism.
I seen that. That is fake.
It is on Wednesday, April 8th or 9th, the exact day of the ESOCO session. The United Nations Economic and Social Council nominated Iran to serve as member of the Committee for Program and Coordination for 3-year term. It is not fake.
Really?
The following countries backed its nomination: UK, Spain, Canada, France, Germany, Norway, Netherlands, Australia, Switzerland, Austria, and Finland. It is totally, I thought it was fake. That's why I went, and I went over to Grok, and I had him, what is this post about? And he wrote, and then I said, "Is this real?" I said, "Did this really happen? And when did it happen?" And that's when he came up with, yeah, just happened. Seriously, I thought it was fake too. So,
oh my God, yeah, you're right. It just came up on my stuff. The Islamic Republic of Iran has been nominated to a UN National Committee tasked with shaping policy on women's rights, human rights, disarmament, and counterterrorism. And here's the clip of that. That is ridiculous.
May I take it that the Council wishes to nominate Albania, Argentina, Cameroon, Djibouti, Guinea, India, Islamic Republic of Iran, Japan, Mexico, Pakistan, Republic of Moldova, Romania, St. Kitts and Nevis, South Africa, and Uruguay for election by the General Assembly to the Committee for Program and Coordination for a 3-year term. It is so decided. May I take it?
I'm so glad we don't give them money anymore.
Oh, we do.
Not enough. It's supposed to be going down.
The bill where we caved at the end of January that that everyone ignored because we had the missing persons the next couple of weeks. Yeah, it was in there. But hey, check this out. This is from Mark Nixon, and I haven't watched this, but he's really good, and this is 1 minute long.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one too. You gonna put sound to it?
Those of you fascists who don't know what that
okay,
dollar.
okay.
They
Works better
provided
with sound.
$0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2SLGBTQIA+.
And for those of you fascists who don't know what that means, it's obviously missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning, intersex, and asexual. And we decided that the best way to honor these murdered and missing women was to lump them into the ever-growing category of gender identities and sexualities. We're also expanding that list to include the PWPPOTPs, or people who prefer pineapple on their pizza, as well as the WENTCWTPLs, or white empty nesters that clap in the plain lands. We will also be expanding out to the LXBM-TATT-MT3 SABR31FAT WOWO ABAIC, which of course refers to the Latinx busty MILFs that ask to try more than 3 samples at Baskin-Robbins 31 flavors, then walk out without actually buying any ice cream. So we're going to have the full alphabet soon. So yeah, super sad about the murdered women, though, the Indigenous ones.
God. All right, Bill. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman.
And I'm... Oh, we got to see a 20-second video.
No. I told you this. I told you not to do this anymore. God damn it, Bill. That is a cool video, though.
You got to admit that was cool.
That was cool. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Love you guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.